What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the FEXT Hobby Utility Display Stand for Fans Hobby Figures. Now, this stand can actually be used for any figures, but I am going to show it today with some of the Fans Hobby figures. Here's the base. It's this translucent. It's got these pieces here on the bottom. And first thing you want to do is take these pieces right here and put them in. Now, if you have multiple of these, you can attach them together, kind of make it as big as you want. You put it on the edge. But since I only have one here, I'm just going to put it, ends up becoming a foot in the corner. So you want to put one on each corner to make it into a foot. And by the way, they have, if you want to take it back out, just use a spudger. You can just pop it up there. So go ahead and put one on each corner. Like I mentioned, you can infinitely connect these to each other if you want a big display set. Then you're going to take these. These have a beveled edge on two edges. So put the beveled edges out to the corners and put them in there. These have a little slot right there. So if you want to remove them, you can just pop it up with a spudger and that'll let you pop up that piece. So you can take it out. I'm going to put one in each corner. Opposite corners like that. Then you're going to take this and this will plug into here. And we're going to take this one. This one has a little base, so plug this into the base, and that's going to plug into here. And now we have our display stand ready to display some figures. Now, you don't have to use this with a Fans Hobby figure. It is ratcheted, by the way. Each of these connections is a ratchet joint, nice and strong. It does feel pretty significant, so I think you can hold some pretty good weight figures. I don't know what the max weight is, but you also get this little claw or clip. So if you put this on here, now you can hold pretty much any figure. So just taking in the Cobra Commander from Super 7 just for fun. I just grabbed it. That can actually go on here so you can have him on a flying pose or whatever. I mean, it will work with regular figures. But what I really wanted to show you is the Fans Hobby figures. So here is their Pyro, their version of, or I think they called them Arson, but is their version of Pyro. If you look on the back, a lot of these figures already have that peg hole, and it's actually meant for these stands, so I guess they thought ahead. But take off the C-clip, get this plugged into here, and there you go. He can be jumping or flying or whatever you want. I do recommend, pose it first before you put it on there. Get into the position you want, and then attach it. And there you go. He can be jumping, flying. I always had a little bit of trouble with these hip skirts, but here you go. So you can kind of use it to display him or jumping pose, flying pose, whatever. Now, the other main figure here that this works with pretty well is their Double Dealer. So here's Double Dealer, and Double Dealer actually came with a couple of adapters. And I kind of was disappointed when I got the adapter. I was like, what's the point of having the adapters if you don't have the stand? Well, this is the stand that it goes with. This stand actually, it was $6.99. It's not very expensive. Now, I did check with my channel partner, The Chosen Prime. They're not planning to carry these. I'm not really sure why, but you can't get these internationally from other dealers. But basically, these adapters come with this kind. We're going to put this one here. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put it on the figure. So if you see the arm ratchets here, this is going to fit around those arm ratchets, just like that. Get that on there. And then that's going to fit right here and kind of hold up the figure. You can just rotate this out of the way for now. And get this pegged into there. And it actually is too heavy for this. Right. And if you leave it on there, it's definitely too heavy for this, so you need this other adapter. So this one actually plugs in right here on the bottom. So get that plugged into there. All right, so go ahead and line this up. Get this into here. Give that a little push. It does work pretty well. You can kind of pose the wings or whatever. have him in a flight pose. But I do like that, especially since this guy has a bomb and this gun. We'll turn on the gun there. So final recommendations for the FEXT Hobby Utility Display Stand. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'll recommend it. I think it's a good working stand. I do think that this figure, you know, the double agent, is a little bit harder to get on here, but once you get it there, it works, right? It's pretty solid. I can rotate it and, you know, it doesn't fall off or anything. But getting it into this configuration is a little bit challenging. Now, for the smaller figures like Arson here or any of the other, you know, junior headmasters, it's going to work just fine because they're not as heavy. And you can get them into some flying poses or some, you know, if you're in the car mode, some driving poses. That's pretty cool. I like how it looks. I also like that they included this. So if you weren't even going to use it with any Fans Hobby figure and just some other random figure, you can adjust this to whatever size you need. Tolerance is pretty good. I could use to stand to be a little bit tighter, but it works. You can see it held, you know, Cobra Commander. So you could use it for any figures. Me personally, I would use it for one of my Fans Hobby figures, you know, to get it off the air like this, or, you know, even another figure that has a 5mm peg. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Carl for getting this to me, and we'll see you next time.